Hi guys, today I'm going to discuss website design, the ultimate guide to expert website design. Website design are the most overlooked skill, but it is an essential skill for your career development if you are a developer, and it's a tool for communication. If you are a business owner, an entrepreneur, or someone who just wants a website for, let's say, the sake of having a website or a blog, or you just want a landing page or something, your website must be user friendly, and it must have a link structure which is very good in order to attract your website visitors. It seems simple what I'm saying because people, coders, developers, have made website design very easy. I mean, you use a template, you can customize the template to your liking, and after that, you have a website. But is your website well designed? In most cases, your website is not well designed and is not user friendly because you are not a professional website designer. Website design still require coding at the back. Us at Girl Friday, we do code in JavaScript, HTML, CSS, HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript, Java processing, jQueries. And that's why we develop our business tool calculator. We're very good at making calculator, with the numbers and things like that. And you can access our business tool on our website. And this is our custom code. So let's go back to the topic of designing a website. There is 7 components that a website should have. So I'm going to look at my slide and I'm going to define the key design elements that a website should have. First, your navigation. Your navigation should be salient. Basically, you should have a salient menu, a navigation bar, search feature, visible link, easy access to a web page. The consistency of the navigation bar, user feel in control when they have a navigation bar which is consistent and link with your pages without having to be stuck inside your website. Like we encounter some website whereby the marketing is done so badly that people are stuck in a page and their only escape is the back button or just to turn off the tab via the cross. This is a badly designed website. And all too often you find websites like this, or you find website whereby you've got your home page, but then again, especially in e-commerce, I find this. You have the home page, you have the product, then some product are not showing. The website will show there is 13 products, but in fact there is 26 of them because the rest of the product are buried somewhere inside all the pages, not linked to the shop itself. So there's no consistency or flowing in a page. Like you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, your website page should be kind of the same. There is no unsure when the page is too long. There is no bookmark or segment of your pages, and so on. So a navigation bar gives you ease of control. The second component that we want to talk about is graphic representation. Your image size has its huge importance, and their resolution. You don't want your website to have an image where you barely can see anything, is blurry, is foggy. No, your image should be crisp and also represent your business, the services or the product you provide. So it's not any image that you're going to put there. Or sometimes I see websites where image is used as fillers. Basically, there's not much content, not much text content, or nothing of substance. So because they don't know what to write about their services or their product or the description, they're just going to plump a big fat image like this, sometimes who has no meaning of nothing, and they use it as a page filler. This is really, really bad and not a customer magnet whatsoever. So, multimedia content, color, size, and font, logo, and icon should have effective use of the white space. If you are a designer, you will understand what is the white space in a design. It's to ensure that your picture, if you have a page, that your picture fit really in the middle, but around the border you have that white space, that your picture do not dominate all the page. That wouldn't be looking good, and your picture wouldn't take the center stage anymore, so to speak. Also, what's important is the layout, the color schemes that you use, how you lay out your website. Well, there's not too many ways to lay out a website. Basically, it's horizontal and you only got 100%. But if you want to use the 100%, you must make sure that you still respect the page margin, the headers, the footer, and the body of your website. Yeah? A good website uses 80% of the page. And you should make sure that the ratio is also good. So all elements look good on the page. Then we move on to the organization of your website. I'm looking at my slides, so that's why I'm like this. It's called organization. So 3 is the organization of your website. So you should have cognitive mapping, architecture, and structure. I'm so big about structure. You need structure in that website design. So people might think it's easy, just use the template, or drag this and that, or get a text box, write text. No. It appears easy when you know what you're doing. Everything is easy when you know what you're doing. But when you don't know what you're doing, it becomes a disaster. This is why you should use a professional website designer. Your website needs a logical organization, a sequencing, and systematic information arrangement. A categorization. Let's say if you have an online store, you need to use the filter facility in order to categorize your product or services like in our online store. We sell ebook and playbook and marketing business book because we are author. But when you go to our store website, we have an online store attached to our website. Our store is categorized. We have category about each book. So we have marketing book, we have starter book, we have business growth book, we have courses, and we have books. So it's easier when you categorize your website for people to find the information without stressing and going left, right, and center to try to find an information or to buy a product or to contact you for an inquiry. There's some websites, they don't even have their phone number on there. They just have a form, where you fill your data and it's about it, or a live chat and that's about it. But they don't have a phone number for people to contact you, or even a WhatsApp button for people to directly contact you through WhatsApp. So, your title, heading, label, and keyword must feature in your website content. Because your keywords in your website are about the service or product that you do. So, if, for example, you're a shoe seller, your keyword will be mainly around shoes and shoes name. Yes? And not every single sentence, but at least in each paragraph, you should refer to your keyword. This is called a website with marketing content. Your keyword also should appear in your title. It should appear in your subtitle. The more keywords that you use pertaining to what you do relating to your service or product, well, search engine can actually begin to list your page on their search engine, and the crawler can crawl the page too. And that will help with your ranking, because SEO is not separate things of website like people try to say or people advertise. Well, I only do SEO. No. SEO and website is hand in hand, just like you have two ends. You see? You don't have only one end to do things, you have two. Well, it's the same thing for a website. It needs SEO at the back. So you need to do certain things when you build your site. You need to plumb the SEO. It's called on-page content. You need to plumb the SEO inside your website content. Your off-page SEO will be done when you go on Google, for example, verify your website, or post on social media about your website, or write a blog, or do anything will give you backlink, especially on social media, will give you backlink back to your site. And that's what you call off-page SEO. But when you do your on-page SEO, as you build your website, put in your keyword, make sure your picture has tooltip, alt text, and all those things which part of SEO, you begin to do your, what we call in SEO, your SEO pattern, which nowadays is done automatically. So your website can be found easily through search. And one must not kid themselves that because they done their SEO really good, that they're going to be jumping in the first place of the listing on, let's say, Google or Bing or Jeeves or any other search engine. No, 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 no. This thing takes time. And when they say 6 months, no, it doesn't. It could take between 3 months to 6 months, 2 years to 2 years, or it never happen. You never rank. You get me? And that's being honest. Because in order to have your ranking going high up, well, you need to carry on doing a certain task and be very consistent with what you do, such as posting on social media. For example, if you are the king of posting on Facebook and engage with the community and everything, well, you and people go back to your site all the time because the information that you put is so good. Well, you begin to gain domain authority. You begin to get page authority. But that doesn't happen just like that. It takes time, and it takes the owner of that website to be consistent with his promoting on social media, writing blog posts. Everything in this life requires consistency, dedication, and grit. You cannot start something and stop it. Like for example, you start your blog, a business blog, and you decide, oh yeah, well, I don't have many readers or things like that. That's because you're not promoting those blog posts. I don't have many readers or anything like this, so I give up. Well, it's the same time for your website design. You need to put your love into it and your soul into it. You need to put consistency and your mind into it. You need to design a website plan. Yes, a website plan. It's called an algorithm. It doesn't have to be as sophisticated as the one in Google. No. But you need to do a little one still. Because your algorithm is about how your page gonna be linked together, how the link structure gonna work. You can even put the content that you want, the little pocket of content that you want, how this gonna do this and how this supposed to do this. This is how all applications that you use, either on your phone or you see the very good website out there, believe me, they all have a plan behind. You can see that the planning has been done behind. So the fourth component is content utility. You need sufficient information to attract repeat visitors, arouse them, motivate to keep them on your site. So dwell time, basically. Hook them to visit other people, other page. Your content needs to have quality. Quality in your content is important. The information you pour out is supposed to be professional, light-hearted, to the point, so people understand. Not too much waffling. It's not an article that you're doing, it's a website page. So you need to understand the piece of writing you need to do. And there is website copywriting out there. And website copywriting is a thing. You don't write anyhow. There's a special technique of writing website pages. It's usually short and succinct and to the point, explaining exactly what you do, and it should have inside the benefit of using you. It could be why you are different, your differentiator. What do you do better than the next competitor? But even if you put all that, it has to be done in such a succinct way. And that's part of website copywriting. Next, you have the relevance of purpose, meaning Your website should have purpose and is relevant to what you want to provide, your services or your product. So let's say if you're a pet carer, yeah, and you love cat and things like this, your website will talk mainly centered around cats, cat care, cat health, cat coat, cat, everything about cat. But suddenly you can't be talking about bread next to it, because that's a different business. That's called content relevancy. You need to be consistent with that content and talk about what you provide. Like if you go on our website, you see we only talk about marketing, website design, SEO, our admin service, because we provide business support. So we do everything for business, even down to your print marketing and your signage for your shop and so on. But all this, when you go on Girl Fridays, it says business and marketing. It doesn't talk about bread, shoes, or anything like this. We only talk about business, marketing, website, SEO. Our blog has 264 blog posts talking about business. Do you see? That's what is called content relevancy and the purpose of our website. So, relevance of the purpose of the site is for the user need and requirement. Because if you're consistent and if you are relevant in what you do, the right people will actually access your business. Does that make sense? You will attract the right audience. You will only attract the people who need you, your services, or your product. You may attract the wrong crowd from time to time, people who want to look at what you do, and they may be interested in it later on. Not at this present moment of time, but maybe 2 months down the line, or maybe next year. They decide, oh yes, I remember I went on that site and they were doing this and that. Now I need it. And they jump back. But if you constantly update your website and constantly keep on providing the service or the products that you do, you will begin to attract a wider audience, even international audience. And you will be beginning to have a lot of visitors, people who actually want to use what you provide, your product or services, or people who just want to have a look or place a review on your site and say, oh well, that site was really good, and maybe I will use their service later or product later when I need it. But if you don't have a good website, all this does not happen if it's not well designed. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So, the fifth component of a website design is your purpose. Purpose. It must be purposeful. It must have a unique purpose. So you need to identify that purpose, and you need to consider your customer, your visitor expectancy. This is very important because when you build a business, I always say it's not for you. Really, when people go in business and they think, oh, it's for me, I'm going to make the money and I'm going to be so good and everything. Well, when you have that thought in your head, you forgot that your customer basically. Because it's a customer who make a business and it's a customer who break your business. So basically, when you build a business, it's for your customer. That's why there's a saying, the customer comes first, because it is for your customer. So the service or product you provide a solution to a need to another person, and that person will buy it if the price is right. You understand? It is not the other way around, where, well, I'm going to charge them this and I don't care about the person. You see? Businesses like this, they may be successful, but not for a long time. There's a business that you hear in the news after that who suddenly they disappear. They're gone. But the business who are customer-centric, that's how it's called, the longevity and advocacy is there, and the word of mouth is going because people know they find a good things. So you really want to be like this, do you? You don't want to be the ones that nobody wants to go and see. Nobody wants that. Everybody wants a lot of people around them. So make sure your website has a purpose. It has its own identity. It is organized and attractiveness visually. That it looks so good that people are drawn to it. That your brand has its contact information. And your about information about your company is there. Some website doesn't have about them. So you go on a website and you don't know who's that person. I rarely buy from those people myself because I like to know who you are. Well, it's the same thing. People like to know who that company is. If you don't show who you are, that means you have something to hide. You could be dodgy. Yeah, you could be doing dodgy things. Because only dodgy people wants to hide what they're doing. Mind you, some people do it in plain sight. So, but really, at the end of the day, dodgy people do hide what they want to do. And you can't say shyness or anything or embarrassed, because why would you be shy to show your services or product? Why would you be embarrassed? No, when you run a business, you love what you do and you want to show to everybody that you love what you do and demonstrate your expertise. That's a thing that people want to do. Yeah? So it's important. You should have also your policy on your website, your service policy. Your service policy are your system at the back. Your processes is called in marketing. Your processes, your system. They need to be there because they are protecting your business, your employee, and also it set out the condition of what people can do on your website, and they should be respected. But if they're not there, well, people can get up to anything. And you basically have basis to complain, but your basis to complain is not very strong because you don't have a policy to back it up. So you don't have a document to tell people, well, you breach this and that, and we will do this and that. So you need to set this out inside your website, and it is important. That's part of a well-designed website. Bear with me. Bear with me. 6 components. Your website should have simplicity. Nothing difficult whatsoever. First of all, you should be an organized person when you build a website or when you design picture or anything. Or if you are a graphic designer and everything, you should know that you need to plan. I'm so big in that. Planning. If you plan, you're halfway successful. That's what it is. If you don't plan, you don't got no success. After you can complain, oh, we don't have no success or anything like so. So your website should have simplicity. Simple subject heading. Transparency of information. And having transparency of information reduce the search time. Because at the end of the day, you've got those keywords inside your content. When people put, if you, for example, a car dealer or a garage, and you say you repair car repair, and that appears several times in various pages and what you do. When people put car repair on Google, for example, everybody use Google, but let's say on Bing or Archive, you should be coming up too. Maybe not in the first page, but organically you should be coming up. Because on search engine, you know, when people want to be on the first page, like they say, yeah, let's take Google for example. Well, they're listing, they list the first, they list the ad first. You get me? People who pay for ad, their listing goes first. Then the 6 or 7 or 8 listing is the organic listing. So when you know this, and if you don't pay for ad, well, you can't have the expectation to be on the top. But you could have, over time, be the expectation to be on the first page, or the second one, or the third one. But if they find you on the 6th page, it's not that bad. That means that you are ranked. You have a ranking position. Maybe far down the tail, but you're there. Like Girl Friday, us in our ranking position, we're not at the top of the tail, we're not at the bottom, but we're kind of the middle there of the tail, and we creeping slowly year by year. But that position can move down and up, all depending on how you're pushing content out there and how your content is useful. Such as, we will never know that, but our base blog post read up to now, and we wrote it in 2017, has over 1,928 views up to 222. The importance of a pestle analysis, so much so that Google ranked it at number 1. That's how much this article is read coming from my website, my blog. I've got other blog posts who perform as well, but not as good as this one. I don't know what I'm putting there. I just say the importance of the pestle analysis because this is very important, the pestle analysis. When you start a business, you need that pencil analysis. And I just did a blog post about this, and it's my most read blog post. And I've noticed that also all my marketing blog posts that I do, they are read. When I do technical, demonstrate my experience blog post, people read them, people like them, and people share them. So your website always has to demonstrate your experience. Does that make sense? So, our simplicity. Website design optimized for computer screen. And now also optimized for mobile phone screen and for tablet screen. Meaning you need to be mindful of your content size. And you need to fit. I was discussing this earlier. There's only 100%. So you can't go 110 or 120 because your size screen gonna be chop because it's too big for processing. So the best is to go 80% and make sure that you use the viewport in your coding if you're a coder. So this helps your website shrink for different size. If your host, if you use template and everything, and a host have responsive website, offer you responsive website designs, that's good. You should stay with them because that means your website mobile phone view is gonna look decent. GoDaddy, for example, offer responsive website design. It's a bit restricted environment, to say the least. You can't do much. You don't have the freedom to do whatever you want on this website builder. But I've got to give them to them. The mobile phone view look proper. My host, Wix, we have freedom of doing whatever we want. We can even add our own code in there. So I love it because I can code. I don't have to always use a drag and drop. If I want my page with my own custom code, that is possible. But the mobile view, my mobile view is always shit in my eyes because I'm somebody who likes something really straight. So, you know, I function like this, otherwise my brain is muddled up. If I don't have no structure and it doesn't look good and it's not straight, well, I don't function. So my mobile view, when I say look shit, it does look shit. No matter how much I try to sort it out, there's always something who's moving, there's always something it gets on my nerve. But when I did a website recently for a cleaning company and they told me it was GoDaddy platform. GoDaddy, so much restriction, but I managed to do a brilliant website for them. But when I did the mobile view looked so crisp. I said, wow, really good. Really, really proper good. I was so excited just for this. My one is not such a disappointment, but you see, I don't get that excited about viewing my website on my mobile. So much shows where I put it to people, don't look at it on a mobile. Just look at my website on the desktop. That's how I am. People think sometimes I am a bit too much, but I'm not. As somebody who love working hard, I've got great consistency. I see what I'm doing through. I don't stop until I finish it. If it's not finished, well, I'm at it every day until I can succeed. This is the type of person I am. I can be a work alcoholic sometimes because I don't let go of things. But that attitude get me a business award and UK government accredited twice. So you can't be bad to be like this. I know there's people that don't like me, but I don't give a fuck. That's me. And also, I love planning and helping other people. I will go the extra mile to help people. Some people say it's a default order because people don't care. But it's part of me. I still do it. Anyway, this is not what I was talking about. I was talking about websites. You see, and sometimes I can go over the topic. So I was saying that your website should have simplicity. You need to have uncluttered layout, and this is very important. I come across website where it's all cafouillis. There is way too much text, way too much picture. Your website do not breathe. It doesn't even have an inch remaining of space. I don't know how people could put the website like this and people recognize something in there. This is clutter. And your website should be uncluttered layout. Consistency in your design. How this is important? Your design should be roughly the same across the board. You shouldn't have different pages like one big black background picture and next minute you have a pink things running over there and yellow. You know, your website should have, the color is important. Like our business, our website is pink. The color is pink and we use light green. We have 2 color and black text. Our link are usually pink and no underlines. This is a style that we use. Our picture are always light and breezy, not too dark because I don't like it. light and breezy. And if you look at our website, it's spaces, there is space. I can even put other people advertisement on there. That's how much there is space. We do offer an advertisement program too, where we put other people advertisement, but believe me, when we get advertisement, I don't put all advertisements so I don't see what I provide. No ad is overshadowing my services, basically. But I don't know, some people love a website who's got so much shit. Sometimes you go on website, you barely see the information that you need. It's written in such a little font that your eyes can hurt, and you don't see what you need. You've got so much distraction left, right, and center. And if they think it's good marketing, no, it's not good marketing at all. We live in embrace marketing and we qualify in marketing too. We have a BSc honor degree in event marketing and its application to business. So that is not good marketing whatsoever. So also your website, in terms of simplicity, the ease of use, user friendly. When people navigate, they don't need to go. Let's say you want to buy shoes in your online store, you got first your first page where you've got all the shoes display, yeah? Then when people click to the shoes, they see it big like this with the description, the price, and the buy now button. Well, when you click on the buy now button, it should go to your checkout, yeah? It shouldn't go to another page where you see about 10,000 shoes. No. It should go to your cart, your checkout. Yeah? And when you click on this checkout, you should actually view the items that you trying to purchase with the price, the quantity, and be able to update the quantity or delete the quantity too if you don't want it anymore. And the next page should give you your payment, how to pay for it, and so on. You shouldn't have 10,000 pages for your checkout. It's a put off, and that's when you have abandoned cart too, because it's too long for people. So you should make sure that your website is streamlined and easy for people to navigate. So minimize redundant feature. Meaning, if you have pages that you wrote 10 years back, ask yourself, is it still relevant? If they're not, delete them. You don't need all those pages. Plus, if you keep on using pages that you don't need on your site, who are not relevant to what you do, maybe you change course, maybe you change business, maybe you change things. So, and you haven't updated something neither on your site for 10 years, this is a no-no because your website is obsolete. The code at the back may have gone or anything like that. So, website design, is a constant work. It is not, I built a website this year and that is it. And after I'm like this, let people go and see like that. No, you have to maintain it. You have to nurture it. You have to love it. You have to change a bit of text. You have to change a picture. You have to write blog posts. You have to take care of your site like you will take care of your pet. Or like you will take care of your children, you see? You do. And that will keep on making people view your site. Personally, we update our website every year. But we change content every 6 months. Yeah, we have to. And that makes you remain relevant. So another thing is easy to understand your function and features. You should write your site in plain languages. No jargon, so much jargon that people don't understand, only industry jargon and things like that. The communication in that case is very poor because it's only for a section of people and it's only for you. So therefore, that website is a company's website, internal company website, yeah? It is not external website for the people to see. Do you understand? If there's too much jargon, so it should be made in plain language so people understand. And it's called website accessibility, which is very important, and you're supposed to follow the W3C guideline for a good website design. And now the last component is readability. Your content is supposed to be easy to read, nothing difficult. And it should be well written, grammatically correct, understandable, appropriate amount of content on each page. I told you the ratio. And also, it's not because we have a scrolling bar for long content that you need to make people scroll all the way down and forever. Dun, dun, dun. No, that's bad website design. You should aim to have your content in one screen size, if you can. And if you need scroll, it will be at least 2 screen size. And that will be decent. And you also need to have your onshore or segment in your website. Meaning, for example, you have a title, read more, and if you know that the read more is on screen 2, page 2, all the way down, you put a segment which is going to go boom to the screen 2. And when you put your segment, it should go roughly at the top of the page, not in the middle of it, like I see sometimes. So the target is not very good. So bear in mind, a website must ensure cross-platform compatibility, as other users are also diversifying their web browser use. So basically, this was the ultimate guide to expert website design. We are at Girl Friday website designer, and we design website for more than 20 years or so. We can design for you any type of website, such as a landing page, which is 1-page website, 2-page websites, 3, 4, 5, 2, any number of pages that you want. We can design a personal website. We can design your business website, your e-commerce website, and your social media website, and your forum website, and your ticket website, and your event website, any type of website. We are website designer. Also, our other services, part of our website services, we do this. If you can see, this is print marketing, and it's a rolling banner, a desk rolling banner actually, that's what it is. And it stays on my desk so people can see when they come and visit us. So part of our website design, we do the maintenance. Yearly maintenance subscription of your website, and using our business, you can use our business tool calculator. We do plan update, SEO, blog update, creation of social media management. All this is part of website. And this is our business, and we call it Girl Friday Customer Journey Overview, hybrid brand multi-channel. So meet Girl Friday multi-channel, where expert award result oriented services are broken down and rebuilt anew. This epic expertise mapping in a way that empower startup and SME to grow their business through grasping that the service will closely interlink with our customer need. So if you would like us to design your website, you just have to go to https://girlfridays with a z.com website dash design. Order yours today. If you like this video, was meant to be short but is now 50 minutes 30, share it with your peer. Visit our website below. And thank you for listening. Bye for now.